Hi, Rebecca and Michael. This is Grant Putnam here, Putnam Landscaping. Just figured I'd explain a little bit our thought process behind the design. All right. From looking at the conceptuals and other images, um, Rebecca, it looked like you wanted to go with something that's a little bit more whimsical, natural, um, different variety of colors. Okay, for the front of the house. So what we did was I had two Kama cypress, which are more of a free-flowing evergreen on either side of the steps. Those are dwarf. They grow very slowly. I'm going to send you pictures with the estimate as I shoot this over to you, so you'll be able to look at everything. All right. And then along the foundation of the house, we had hydrangeas. Now this type of hydrangea is an arborescens hydrangea. You'll notice it's called Annabelle, but that's within the arborescens family. So that will bloom dependably every single year, which is one of the reasons why we suggested it. The blue hydrangeas that you see around only bloom about 50% of the years because they bloom on last year's wood, which can get damaged from a very cold winter. Okay. So the idea is kind of a layered effect. Obviously, you start out with shorter plants and you build yourself back up to taller plants. These hydrangea you're going to be able to maintain roughly 4 to 4.5 feet tall. Okay. Then off the corner, we have an ornamental tree. All right. That we actually already planted. That was the Cleveland. That was the Cleveland Select pear tree. So that's already in the ground. Then around that, 3 spirea over here that bloom most of the summer. Those are a pink flower, and the leaves turn from green to yellow. Okay. Then we have in front, kind of in the layer along this front. One option is to put more of a hedge of boxwoods, but our dwarf boxwood doesn't get winter burn issues. It's called a green velvet boxwood. You can maintain that about 30 inches high off the ground. Okay. And then behind that, I had pockets of color with perennials. So again, you'll be able to take a look at these pictures. And this is a grass symbol, and that's a grass symbol. So again, I mixed some grasses within the design. Now the disadvantage with the grasses is that they really don't take hold until end of July, beginning of August. So you really don't want to go with too many grasses because literally you have to deal with 3 months with really nothing there. So for a front foundation of a house, I don't recommend using a ton of grasses for that reason. With the fact, again, you don't really get much interest and you don't get much growth. They grow the slowest pretty much compared to all the other plants and perennials. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to do too many of those. But I think it's a nice accent piece and acts as a nice texture within a design. Okay, so I also had grasses here as well. Okay. And then along the front, I had nepeta, which are a very short growing perennial that blooms one of the longest periods. So when we're talking about perennials, flowers, we're always thinking about length of bloom and when they're blooming. So that's one idea. Let me open up the second idea. So let's see here. Option 2. So for option 2, rather than using like a hedge of boxwoods going across through here, you'll notice that we only have 4 total. 1, 2, 3, 4 as just more accent pieces. And then Liriope spicata, which is a type of looks like a grass, but it's a type of a perennial that actually keep its color during the winter, which makes it very unique. It has like blue, purple flowers during August and then black berries in September. I use it all the time because it makes like a really nice texture. Might fit in with what you're trying to go with more, but I wanted to give you 2 different options. So that's really the major change. The only change between the 2 different options is how this aesthetic works across the front. Okay, so I'm going to shoot this over to you now, and we'll take it from there. Thanks for being patient and receiving this. Just our busiest time of the year, and really cranking right now. So that being said, I know you want to get this done. So if you decide you want to move forward with this, then we could get it done promptly rather than you having to wait a long time. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.